Most of us operate under a powerful assumption. We believe our rights are inherent, permanent, and firmly anchored in the physical ground beneath our feet. Historically, this fixed protection was known as the sovereignty of salt. It was a terrestrial common law designed to endure and shield citizens from arbitrary power by rooting authority in the soil. But as global commerce accelerated, those rigid ancestral boundaries became obstacles. A static system of land-based rights makes it difficult to move capital rapidly across borders. To accommodate the speed of trade, power was moved from the transparent stability of the soil into opaque layers of international code and treaty. This process of distillation systematically ground down the ancient protections of common law into what legal architects call terrestrial dust. With the rigid obstacles of the land removed, the state flooded the remaining territory with the mercantile currents of maritime statutes, a medium where authority is managed through statutes rather than found in the nature of things. You are likely walking around believing you still stand on solid ground. In reality, you are operating within a fluid jurisdiction, one engineered to prioritize the flow of capital over the protection of living people. If you fail to recognize that the legal elements have shifted beneath you, you risk being legally classified as a piece of abandoned property, waiting for the system to claim you. The state didn't need physical force to drag citizens from the shore into the deep water. They achieved it by weaponizing everyday vocabulary. Through a process known as linguistic high-priestcraft, the legal system redefines common, seemingly innocent words to alter your legal status. Take the distinction between the words lawful and legal. Lawful refers to fixed traditions anchored in the terrestrial realm. Legal refers to an enacted current, a mercurial state of authority that the state expands or contracts to meet commercial needs. This extends to how you identify yourself on paper. An inhabitant has a permanent connection to the soil. A resident is a maritime classification governing the movement of capital. The moment you accept the title resident, you sever your connection to the protections of the land. This leads to the final reclassification. The living sovereign, the man, is converted into a person. In maritime law, a person is strictly a corporate vessel navigating international trade. Every time you sign modern administrative paperwork using these specific terms, you legally volunteer to enter this fluid jurisdiction. Through these simple linguistic shifts, the state successfully strips away your living status and repackages you as a corporate entity. Once you are reclassified, the system ceases to recognize you as a living soul. To the courts, you are exclusively a corporate vessel. This triggers a mechanism known as the law of abandonment. Because you are disconnected from the terrestrial law of the land, your vessel is considered legally wrecked, drifting without a recognized master from the shore. A drifting, masterless ship presents an opportunity for the state to step in and assume the role of the salvor for the benefit of the mercantile market. To secure this abandoned asset, the state drops a superior maritime lien onto your newly classified person, locking you into their framework. With that lien in place, the relationship shifts. You are no longer the captain of your own life. You are treated as the corporate cargo being salvaged. By imposing this lien, the state secures a superior interest in your existence. This reclassification allows the system to treat your inherent rights as conditional privileges, managing the person as an asset to be recovered and settled within the mercantile contract. When the jurisdiction shifts from the land to the sea, the relationship between the individual and the law changes. The traditional master-servant dynamic is replaced. In this new environment, the state operates as the primary creditor, actively managing you as a salvaged asset to settle commercial debts. Under this arrangement, inherent human rights do not exist. You are instead issued temporary privileges by your salvor. These privileges come with strict conditions. The state grants or revokes them based entirely on the transactional demands of the mercantile market. fighting the system by demanding your ancient rights is futile. You cannot stand firmly on a solid terrestrial shore that has already been dissolved. Instead, you must learn to decode the state's linguistic high-priestcraft. Understanding the vocabulary of the tide is the only way to recognize a salvage claim the moment it is made against you. You cannot survive in modern law by remaining static. You must master the chemistry of the tides, or risk sinking to the bottom as nothing more than corporate salvage.